home front for the families of the servicemen and women from this region who are on active duty in Afghanistan.
Tonight we meet two of the region's most prolific fundraisers for the armed services. In a moment, the woman spurred into charity events after her son was killed in Helmand 2 years ago. First, the story of Captain Bill Holland.
This time he's shaking a bucket at the Buckinghamshire show. A few more pounds added to the thousands that Captain Bill Holland has already raised.
It means a lot to me when people donate. It doesn't matter how much it is, because if everybody gives, then we have a constant flow of money to support our injured service personnel or our ex-service personnel.
Captain Holland's latest fundraising stunt was to climb Ben Nevis with two colleagues with a fridge, a dishwasher and a washing machine strapped to their backs.
Some people fall on hard times and can't pay their poll tax or, can't pay a bill. So it's because they've served in the army, they'll do all the paperwork necessary to get into the charity, and if the charity feels that they need help to get them back on their feet, then we will.
Based in Milton Keynes, one of Captain Holland's tasks is to recruit for the TA. Edward Smith only joined in recent weeks. He too was helping with the collections, but shouldn't more money come from the government?
It would be nice if it's there. I don't know, but yeah, it would be nice. Would be nice. I mean, everyone's always after more money, aren't they? But we do pretty well. Like, as for what we raise for money, for what we do.
It doesn't worry me because we've always raised money. As long as I've been in the army 28 years, and I've always raised money for a service charity, and the Army Benevolent Fund is the oldest. So that's not an issue for me.
Bill Holland says he'll carry on fundraising as long as he can. It's his way of saying thank you to those risking their lives. Mike Cartwright, BBC Look East, Buckinghamshire.
Well, Chris Bonner, whose son Darren died while serving in Afghanistan, has recently finished a 150-mile walk to raise money for the Royal Anglian Benevolent Fund. She came into the studio to tell me why it's so important.
There is money aside for the kind of thing that we're raising the money for as well, but we need extra, we need more. We're losing more soldiers, a lot more are being injured, and to be quite honest, I don't think we've been really prepared for that. So, something like this just makes that extra difference.
Since Darren died, very, very sadly, 160 soldiers have been killed in Afghanistan. How does that make you feel about Darren's death? Do you feel that it was in vain because so many more have been killed after him?
I don't really have a straight answer for that. If we pulled out of the war, I believe all those beautiful souls would have died in vain. If we stay in, I'm terrified that we're going to lose more, and I don't want to see that because I know how I felt, and it means that there'll be families that will be embarking on the same life that I have now, and that's not a very nice life at all. You've got to learn to live all over again.
You obviously have a particular perspective, both as a bereaved parent who has lost their son, but also before that, you understood what it felt like to have a son out there and be worried and fearful on a daily, hourly basis. So what insight can you give other parents who are going through that at the moment?
What I'd say to other families is, although we have lost quite a few soldiers now, there's a lot that are coming home. They look after each other so tightly. In fact, I've had friends who have lost their sons because they've been fighting and saving the lives of their comrades. So, they are looking after each other, so just pray and they'll be safe. Just pray.
Chris Bonner talking to me earlier.
Well, let's go back to our top story now and those glowing GCSE results for school children from this region.
Earlier, Mike invited you to get in touch to tell us what your plans are, how well you did. What are people saying, Mike?
We've had a fantastic response, it's been really good. Unfortunately, my colleague Kim Riley printed them out in rather small print, so I'm going to have to get it rather closer to my face than I would. I am short-sighted.
Result in printing.
This is from Helen Stone. I'm an ex-student at Samuel Whitbread Community College in Shefford. She said, I would like to say that all adults who said that the GCSEs are getting easier, that they should try doing all the coursework and revision, then taking the exam. Laura Jane Fox from Northampton said, I got 5 A stars, 6 A's. Clever girl. And she said, I'm so happy.
I've got one from Jacob Lovewell from Dereham Netherhead High School. He's very, very pleased. He got 10 A stars, 2 A's and A grades in 2 AS levels. I'd like to say a big thank you to all my teachers. It's upsetting when people complain about how easy GCSE exams are.
Yours was printed in big writing, but I've got one of the small ones.
I wonder why.
My name is Sophie Scanlon. I retook 3 GCSEs in maths, physics and chemistry and got all C's. I'm extremely happy and have proved people wrong who told me I couldn't do it.
Have we got time for...
Great, that's good.
Have we got time for just one more?
Yeah.
Thomas Gardner from Sir John Lehman High School, I think that might be Beccles, got 6 A's, 2 B's and a C, and called Mike Liggins a legend. Clearly a young man who is going to go far. What do you say?
And I said to you that a legend is another word for somebody who's been around a long time.
And needs to read papers close up, you know.
Well, I was the only one who could read at a distance. Thank you to all of you who got in touch. Really good of you. Well done.
Now, the fine weather brought big...